And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Winestream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. I'm Rick, and tonight, well, this is a special night. It's related to a national day. It's National Drink Wine Day. Yes. And to celebrate National Drink Wine Day, well, we're going to drink some wine. I'm going to open a bottle of a French wine that I'm waiting to try here. This is Pinot Noir, and as you know, I like Pinots. So we're going to taste it. We're going to review it, pair it with foods. Oh, and I have a lot of fun in store to show you. Oh, I've got some things to show you here tonight. It's going to be a fun show indeed. I'll go through the itinerary in a moment, but first I want to welcome you to the 196th episode of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. This is the 196th episode. Now, if you're joining me for the first time or the 196th time or any time in between, this is a stream of consciousness kind of show with live chats on the show. Now, I do have my show notes, and they're right here with me. Have them all ready to go. Have a big show lined up for you, for everybody. It's going to be a really big show, as Ed Sullivan would say, if he were still around to say it. It's going to be a really big show, and I do have my show notes ready to go. But once again, this is just an outline for the show, because once again, this show is not about me. I'm here to entertain you, but the show is not about me. The show is somewhat about the wine, and maybe a little bit more, since tonight is National Drink Wine Day, of course. But this show is really about you and me getting together on a Saturday night with our favorite libations, no matter what they are. And you don't have to drink wine. You can drink whatever you want, as long as you're legal to drink it. Our favorite snacks, snack along with me, because I'm going to do a little snacking myself. Just kicking back, relaxing on a Saturday night, and just having a good time together. Forgetting about the worries of the world for a little while, forgetting about the worries of the day, just kind of decompressing from the week, you know? And just relaxing and having a good time. That's what this show is about. Now, we do have the live chats going on, and you can join us on all the live chats, and I'm going to show you where you can go and chat with me live on the show in just a moment. But I just want to remind you that we don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion on the show. We don't talk about things that tear people apart. We talk about things that bring people together, as wine does, because wine does bring people together. So, having said that, if you want to join in on the chats, you can join me live on the chats on the Facebook page is at Drink with Rick. It's Facebook/Drink with Rick. YouTube channel is at Drink with Rick. Twitch is twitch.tv/Drink with Rick, and the number 1, all one word, Drink with Rick 1. Twitter is at Drink with Rick, of course. Where else would it be? Odyssey is odyssey.com/at Drink with Rick, and colon and the number 7. It's a colon and number 7 there, and you can watch live on Odyssey as well. Also, the podcast goes out at 10 p.m. If you can't watch now or watch later, you can listen to the podcast. Podcast goes out 10 p.m. Eastern on Monday nights on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Deezer Radio, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry.com, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, podcastindex.org, and by email. If you go to drinkwithrick.com, click on the little blue button for the subscribe page there, and click on the little blue button that says by email, put your email address in the box. You'll get the latest episode of Drink with Rick as soon as it drops, and no salesman will call. It's just for the show. And of course, you can buy me coffee or 2 or 3 if you want to help support the show. That's fine. It's not there's no obligation to do that. It's just something if you want to do. And I want to thank those who have contributed to buy me a coffee and have bought me a few coffees, and I really, really do appreciate that. Anyway, so you can watch live, you can chat with me live. Now, we are live on Drink with Rick on the website, drinkwithrick.com. I don't have a live chat going there, but if you click on the post for this episode that's streaming right now on the site, you'll get a little comment box. You can type in your comments in the box, and I will respond in kind. It won't be right away, but I will respond, and I'll read them on the show as well once I receive them. And not spam. I'm not reading spam on the show, not unless it's really, really entertaining spam. But, you know, I will read the legit comments on the show. And I do have an email here that hopefully I can read here in a little bit on the show as well. That was sent to me by one of our regular viewers. Let me check the chats here before we go any farther. Let me check the chats. Ed is in the chat. My good friend Ed is in the chat on Facebook, and Ed says, I'm in, and I'm glad you are here, Ed. It's going to be a really big show. Let me get through the chats, and I'll tell you what our itinerary is for tonight, and I think you'll really enjoy this. Let's see, on YouTube, oh, you know, I forgot to put the good evening, it's time to drink with Rick on there. Well, it's on there now. Let me get Odyssey. Yeah, Odyssey's live, and we are live on Twitter. Everything's going on Twitter and on Twitch. There we go. CM Cinder is in the chat on Twitch waving to me. Hi, CM Cinder. It's great to see you, by the way. And, I have something to show. And I also have a little toast for CM Cinder as well. So I want to get to that tonight. I hope everyone will toast right along with me. Okay, so this is the itinerary for tonight. What we're going to do is we're going to introduce the wine. We're going to open, pour, taste, and review it. We're going to pair it with some food. We're going to cover the national days, and of course, including the national days for tonight. And I am going to, because in honor of another national day, I don't want to spill the beans on that, so to speak, but I'm going to make a cocktail live here on the show, a specific kind of cocktail. Hopefully it's everything's intact so I can do this. I'm going to attempt to make my first cocktail live here on the Saturday Night Winestream on Drink with Rick. So it should be interesting. This is going to be a live, I'm going to be bartending a little bit here tonight, so stick around for that. Also, I have a new film to show. Ed, I don't think you've ever seen this one either. This is a short film. It's a short review. We shot it on Super 8, short review of an Instant BBQ Grill with some kind of interesting results. And I hope you'll stick around for that. And hopefully we'll have a book giveaway. If we got folks in the chat, I can see if we can do a book giveaway as well. All right, so this is what we've got going on tonight. And let me check the chats one more time before we get started, just to make sure. All right, I've got... Okay, good. We're good. Everything's good. I made a point to really work on Facebook, getting Facebook, the Facebook stream together ahead of time. So the bars and tone at the beginning of the show didn't go as well. However, I missed my cue for the logo opening the show up, and so I was going to show the logo, and I missed doing that. I've got to automate this a little bit more in the future, but one of these days. Okay, so anyway, let me show you what we have to drink tonight. This is the wine. It is called, I think it's pronounced Loudenotte. I didn't have time to go look up the pronunciation, but I believe it's either Loudenotte or it's Loudenotte. And hopefully I'm saying this loud enough. Bad puns, I know. It's a Pinot Noir. This is a Pinot Noir from France, a Pays d'Arc from France. Let me show you the back of this wine, and I'm going to read the back label of this wine, by the way. It says Loudenotte, or Loudenotte, whatever you want to say, Pinot Noir, crafted with Pinot Noir grapes selected from vineyards enjoying the sunshine and the warm Mediterranean climate. This red wine will be surprisingly elegant and fresh. This genuine Pinot Noir displays wonderful Morello cherry aromas, combined to slightly toasted oaks and spicy hints from the Garrigue, scrubland. It's the scrubland, that's what they say. Enjoy with strip steak and sautéed vegetables, teriyaki chicken, portobello mushrooms, pork loin with honey mustard, and soft cheeses. That is not what we have on the plate tonight, and I will show you that in just a few moments. This is a red wine. It is a 2021 vintage, and there is 13% ABV in the 750 milliliter bottle of wine. So that's what we have going on there. So I need to show you what we have for the pairing tonight. I'm going to do that in just a moment. Let me check one more time. I've got to check a couple of things here. We go on the chat. Make sure I've got everything that I need. Okay, yeah, it's all together. All right, we're good there. Ed, how are you doing this evening? How did your week go? I hope you're having a good week. I hope you're feeling fine, and hope everything's going well for you in your way. And I want to say I did see, I was looking at a photo of you on Facebook the other day. You're looking really well, my friend, and it's good to see you. And I'm glad you're here now as well. So let's go ahead and get to opening this wine, because the sooner we can get to opening this wine, the sooner we can get on with all of the fun stuff. Oh yeah, I did forget to show you one thing. Okay, this is what we have to pair it with tonight. Tonight we have to pair it with, we have, I believe that is a, what is that? A filet mignon, I think? What is, I forgot what this, prime, I think it's a prime rib or something. Anyway, it's steak. We have some chicken. We have some, this is like a stir-fry chicken. And, no, actually not stir-fry, it's hibachi chicken. And then we have a couple of cheeses there. We have what looks like a Colby Jack, and I think that is the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda. And what is this we have in the middle? Well, let me show you what we have in the middle here. This is a wine. This is a glass of wine that is not actually a glass of wine. It represents a glass of wine. Let me see if I can pull up the photo. There's a side shot of it. This is a glass of wine made out of a white radish. And it's a very large, and to be a very, very large white radish. And that's what I was told. I was told this is made out of a white radish. And inside it, I think there is a type of gravy or somewhat for the steak. Like a sauce for the steak. But it looks like a glass of red wine. And there's an apple peel around the glass there, made out of a white radish, a very large one apparently. But it's really, really nice. And this was made, I was told that this one was made by CM Center, by my daughter Tia. She made this. And she not only made this this presentation here, she also made the plate. Yes, let me show you the top view of the plate again. It says here, she made this for my birthday. I'm not someone who makes a big deal out of my own birthday, and I really wouldn't have mentioned it except for the fact that she did make this special for my birthday. That's what the occasion was. So she made this for me for the stream, and it says down here, it says wine brings people together, because that's what I say on the show. It says wine. It's kind of hard to see from here, and I don't want to turn it. There it is. Wine brings people together. Beautiful plate. She made the plate herself and fired it in the kiln, and really she made that with her own hands for my birthday, and that was really, really sweet. And Tia, for you, CM Center, I want to give you a hearty round of applause and thank you very, very, very much. It's much appreciated. She's made other things for me through the years. If you see in the back there, next to that bottle of wine that I'm not going to mention, it's a Camus wine, yeah. It's a very expensive wine, but yes, that's being saved for, all right, let me back up here a little bit. All right, that, with the glass, that glass holder, she made that for me as well. The bottle of wine was a gift for my birthday, a birthday gift from Chi, and we're going to open it. I didn't want to open it. I wanted to save it. It's a very expensive bottle of wine, but we're going to open it on the 200th episode of the Winestream. We're saving it for that, and that's going to be a really big show, so hope you'll join us all here for that. All right, let's get to opening this bottle of wine. Before I do, let me double check the chats one more time and see how things are going. And by the way, for those who CM Sanders says radish wine, radish. I got it. You get some. I'm really, really thankful for my family here, especially this week. We had quite a week, and it was quite an interesting week. As you may know, some of you may know, it was Tia's birthday on the 13th of February, and then our anniversary, my wife's and mine, Chi's and mine wedding anniversary was on the 14th, and then my birthday was on the 15th. So we had like 3 days of nonstop celebrations, more or less, in between work. So that's what we did. All right, so here's the bottle of wine. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Let's get to the festivities now. There's no time like the present. And we'll get that open with the foil cutter. And I've got to have my glass. Let me bring the glass over here now. All right, because I have to reach my corkscrew, my mechanical corkscrew. And here we are with the mechanical corkscrew to uncork, or as I prefer to say, to decork the wine. And there you go, with a nice healthy pop. Let's set that aside to be removed later. Set it way back here somewhere. Whoops. Knocking the glasses around here. There we go. Okay, and then I've got the aerator, my trusty aerator right here. And not a lot of displacement there, that's good. All right, aerator in place. And to hold the grape nectar, I have my genuine Galway Irish crystal glass, given to me by my employers at buy2wayradios.com. So I'm going to pour a little bit of this wine into the glass. There we go, just a little bit for starters. All right, set that aside. And then I have my trusty Drink with Rick, the official Drink with Rick coaster, which is getting a little bit worn here. And I'll tell you how you can get a pair of these later on towards the end of the show for free. I'm going to give this wine a nice, healthy swirl. Going to swirl it around, get some air in it, oxygenate it a little bit. There we go. All right. And we'll set aside for just a minute. And while it's opening up, let's learn a little bit more about this wine. Now, I checked around online, found a few references to it, didn't find a whole lot on it. Found a few references to it, and there's a reason for that. The main reason is because this wine, as Reverse Wine Snob says, because it was on Reverse Wine Snob, this wine is available pretty much exclusively from Trader Joe's, at least that's what Reverse Wine Snob says. They say that it is available exclusively from Trader Joe's. That's what it says here, right? Yes, it is. It says it's exclusively, which means only Trader Joe's. I guess so. So that's where I found it. And it says that Trader Joe's sells it for just $6.99. And I'm quoting their website. It is imported by Plume Ridge Wines. But it sells on Trader Joe's for $6.99. And I will tell you that that's not what I paid for it. I don't know how old this. Okay, this article on it's dated September 30th, 2022. Last updated September 30th, 2022. And then this is an article by John Thorson at Reverse Wine Snob. So he's giving this a review. I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to basically tell you that according to him, his article, It's exclusively available from Trader Joe's, and that they have it for $6.99. So maybe it was for $6.99 in his neck of the woods. Over in this area, not quite. Now, I checked around on Vivino. Vivino has it listed, and they gave it 3.8 stars out of 60 ratings. Looked at a couple of reviews just briefly, and people seem to like it. It seems to be well liked overall, 3.8 stars out of 5. Not bad. But Vivino gives it says $7.90 is the median price for this wine. That's the average of all users' reported prices. But I will tell you what I paid for this wine, because I have my receipt right here from Trader Joe's. See, it says Trader Joe's right there. Okay. If you're listening to the podcast, you just have to trust me on that one. It says Trader Joe's. Actually, it doesn't. It says Trade Joe's. It's the part of the E and the R is cut off of it. It's Trade. It looks like it says Traddle Joe's. That's what it looks like. It says Traddle Joe's. Anyway, so I paid for this 750 milliliter bottle of Loudenotte or whatever it's pronounced, Pinot Noir. I paid $7.99. $7.99. So it is $1 higher than what Reverse Wine Snob said it was, and it was 9 cents higher than what Vivino said was the median price. So, wow, I guess I paid a premium for this wine, I suppose. That's what I paid for it. Says so right there. So, is it worth it? Is it worth it for $7.99 or $6.99 or $7.90, whatever it is? We will find out in just one moment. But first, let's check the chats again. And Ed, I hope you're doing well here. And let's see, anyone else in the chat? Kind of quiet in the chats tonight. Interestingly enough, it's very kind of quiet. Unusual. We don't usually see it this quiet on the chats, but give it some time. And let's see what else we got going on here. Okay, the wine. We're going to taste the wine now. All right, let's taste the wine. Let me give it a whiff first. Lots of berry in there. And cherry, red cherry. And maybe just a little bit of strawberry too. And it smells like a little, strawberry, and maybe a little hint of vanilla too. Let's go to taste. Wow, the cherry's there. Wow, it is a nice mix, cherry and strawberry. The strawberry, even though I smelled cherry mostly on the nose, what was on the tongue was more strawberry. That is interesting, and I like that. It's kind of a strawberry cherry flavor. Maybe just a hint of cranberry in that too. Just a little hint of it. Let me see. Slight touch of cranberry, gives a little bit of tartness. I'm not tasting vanilla so much right now, but I was getting it on the nose. A little on the earthy side, just slightly. And it's a fairly medium balanced wine. It's fairly smooth. There's some tannins in the wine, but it's a fairly smooth wine, actually. It is a dry wine, but it has a nice lingering finish. Now, as it goes down, and it does go down dry, but it does have a fairly long finish, but it's a pleasant one. This is actually a fairly smooth wine. I like this so far. Now, this wine is also kind of medium bodied. You look at it, it looks, now the Pinot Noirs can be sort of light to medium bodied. You're not going to find Pinots that are really bold, which is good. And so one things I like about Pinots, this one is a medium bodied, nice ruby color, light ruby, and it's it's actually kind of pleasant to drink. It's easy to drink, I'll say that much. And I am not getting, because this said 13% alcohol, 13% ABV. That's about right. I'm not really getting a lot of alcohol taste in there as I would get on some of these bolder wines, and I like that. It's more pleasant. You got the alcohol there, but it's not overpowering the taste of the wine. I really do like that. So yeah, so far I'm liking this wine. It's actually a fairly pleasant wine to drink. And once again, oh yeah, lots of strawberry in this. Getting a lot of strawberry. Very cool. I like this wine. It's a nice. Tia, you would like this wine. Tia loves strawberries. And the strawberry taste of this wine, Tia, I think you should try this. You'd like this. Okay, so, wow, the wine is actually pretty good tonight. I'm surprised. I'm impressed. I like this a lot so far. Let's see if it pairs with the food. Let me check first the chats and make sure everything is going well in the chats. Very quiet on the chats tonight. I'm actually surprised. Usually we have a pretty decent crowd in all the chats, but it's kind of quiet tonight. I wonder if it's because everyone is out celebrating National Drink Wine Day. Could be. So, let's go ahead and pair this with some foods. Let's go to camera 3. Camera 3, let me see. Let me try it with the steak first. This is the steak. We're going to try it with that. And the steak's probably kind of cold by now, but we're going to try it with it. And let's see how it goes with the wine. I really like that plate, by the way. Let's reload the glass. Get ready for, will this be a real pleasant tasting? We'll see. That goes pretty well. Slight sour note at the end with and I think it's with the smokiness of the steak coupled with that little hint of cranberry in there, but that's pretty good. It's not like a bad sour or anything. It's actually a nice little kick at the end. I think just a little bit. I like that. Let's clear the palate. Let's go back to camera 3 and let's try it with the chicken. Now this is the hibachi chicken. I think these were both hibachi. This is hibachi chicken. I'm going to go back here. We'll try it on camera 2 here. And this is a pleasant chicken. Now, Pinot Noir goes great with a lot of different foods, a lot of different meats. You could have it with salad too, it'd be fine. It should be okay with the chicken. Not bad. Not bad with the chicken. I would have this with the chicken. I would have it. I'd have it with the meat. I would have it with the chicken. I would have it on a boat. I would have it with a goat. I would not have it with green eggs and ham. I would not have that, Sam. I am. I'm going to get a DCMA for that one, I guess. All right, let's clear the palate. All right, let's go clear the palate and let's go back. And Ryan's in the chat, and Ryan, good to see you, but try to keep it clean. Okay, this is a family show. Okay. But you're welcome in the chat. Just keep it family friendly. All right, so we've had the tasting with the chicken. Let's try it. Well, let's go back to camera 3 for just a moment. Once again, isn't that a beautiful plate, or what? That is just amazing. CM Cinder, you did a fabulous job with that plate, and I'm just impressed. I'm so impressed, and it's a great addition to Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Wine Stream. All right, I'm going to try it with the cheese. I believe this is the Colby. I believe this is a Colby Jack cheese. And we're going to try it with that. By the way, everybody, stick around. We're going to make a cocktail live on the show. This will be very entertaining at the least. I like that. Goes good with the Colby. I like it with the Colby. I was not surprised though, because I've often had a Pinot with a Colby Jack cheese. This is a pretty good Pinot, actually. Really good Pinot Noir. And the Colby Jack is pretty good. I don't know. I'm assuming that came from Trader Joe's. I'm not sure. Okay, clearing the palate one more time. Now let's try it. I don't have a drum roll here. But let's go back to camera 3 and let's try it. I have to turn this around just a little bit so I can reach it. Whoop. I don't want to upset her nice little carving there of the wine. And we're going to have it with the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda, which we've never had a miss on this show. Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda and the wine. A winner, to be sure. Another winner. The Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda, coupled with this Loudenotte Pinot Noir. Nice pairing indeed. All right, I think that'll do it for the pairings for a while. And Ryan says, wine gives me the worst heartburn. Drink a good whiskey. Goes well with all food, especially if you drink enough. Well, Ryan, you know, there is a point to be made there. The thing is, wine, the right wine with the right food. That's the key. But it's not just wine. I mean, we have beer. We've had beers on the show, ciders on the show. I reviewed all kinds of things. And, well, we're going to review, well, not really review, we're going to make a cocktail here shortly with a couple of liqueurs. And we'll try that out. But this, whiskey can go good with some foods. I would have a whiskey every once in a while. When I was younger, my stomach really can't handle it anymore. Now I did go out and get a small bottle of Scotch recently because I wanted to try that particular brand of Scotch, and it was okay. I was not thrilled with it. My son Tom Antio, he went out and bought some rum instead, and I liked his rum better than the Scotch I bought. But I'm not really a whiskey person per se. I've had some whiskeys before, okay, some bourbons, but I'm really more of these days, especially when I was younger, I could drink a lot of that stuff. These days, as I've gotten older and my stomach is just not as forgiving as it used to be, so I've kind of, I've always been into wine because being Italian, of Italian descent, it's a family family thing. You know, I've had wine ever since I was a little kid, and my parents served it to me on a number of occasions. Actually, I think do they still have a couple of photos on that somewhere? Let me see. I think I have a couple of photos, at least one somewhere, where I've got to go find it, but maybe I don't have it anymore here. I must have taken it off side, but we've got a couple of holiday photos where we're all sitting around the table as a family and drinking wine. And I was about, I wasn't even 10 years old. I think it was about 7 or 8, I think. I don't know. I can't find it now. It's in here somewhere, I think. Anyway, I've got so many pictures here. I'm going to have to go through these. Anyway, so, yeah, my days of drinking hard liquor are not, I think they're coming to an end soon. I don't do it that much, but when I do, it's just my stomach can't really handle it much anymore. Sam Tsui is in the chat on YouTube. Sam Tsui, it's great to see you. By the way, stick around, by the way. Somebody could win I want to give away a book, one of my books, and one of you could win if you stick around. We're going to have some fun here. I'm going to show a short film I shot on Super 8 back in the day. And, of course, I'm going to make this cocktail here shortly. But right now, let's go ahead and toast the national days, because I think it's about time to do that. I'm going to cue the fireworks. The fireworks are cued. Let's, I don't know why that's running there, but, okay, fireworks are cued. I'm going to refill the glass, and then let's go ahead and toast the national days. I think it's a good idea. Let's see what we have here. Oh, I can see all my chats now. Okay. National days. The first national day we're going to toast, for starters, I'm saving the obvious one for last, of course. National Red Sock Day. The third Saturday in February is National Red Sock Day. By the way, all of these national days come from nationaldaycalendar.com. Nationaldaycalendar.com is Marlo Anderson's site. He is the CEO, and this is where most everyone in the media gets their national days from. Nationaldaycalendar.com. So it's National Red Sock Day. We're not talking about a ball team. We're talking about a red sock. I don't know anything about it. I didn't bother to look it up to find out the backstory on it. Your National Red Sock Day. But I like to toast stuff, so let's toast National Red Sock Day. I don't have any red socks on me. It's also National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. February 18th is National Crab Stuffed Flounder Day. Not into crab myself. Crab stuffed flounder. Okay. Well, if you are into crab and flounder, you're welcome to toast that one. That's okay. I'll skip that one. It's also National Battery Day. That's right. Everybody have your batteries. I had a couple of batteries sitting out here earlier, but I got a battery pack. This one is a lithium battery, and it's on my radio. It's on my two-way radio. There's a battery pack right there. All right, National Battery Day. This is the brand new KG935G Plus that we're selling on Buy Two-Way Radios, and it's a pretty cool radio if you're into radios. Anyway, National Battery Day. I will drink to National Battery Day. I don't know why, but I did. All right, and of course, the obvious big national day for today. I've got the fireworks on. Why am I doing that? It's National Drink Wine Day. That's right. Today is National Drink Wine Day. So let's all get our glasses. And sorry, Ryan, if you don't drink wine, it's okay. You can drink whatever you want. There is no hard, fast rule here about what you can drink. Ryan, if you like whiskey, if you prefer whiskey, you're welcome to drink whiskey. welcome to drink whatever you want to drink, fruit juice, water, whatever, as long as we're all drinking right here together. So here's to National Drink Wine Day. I will drink to that. And I'll do it again. And those of you on Twitch who are watching on Twitch, you want to clip this. I don't know if you can clip on anywhere else, on any of these other portals. But Twitch, feel free to clip it if you want. Use it. Here's to National Drink Wine Day. I will drink to that again. National Drink Wine Day. Once again, if you're interested in getting a couple of these coasters for free, the official Drink with Rick coasters, you can, I'll tell you how to do that towards the end of the show. And you get a pair for free. Tomorrow is it's going to be tomorrow in about 1 hour and 13 minutes, excuse me. 1 hour, 13 minutes from now, it's going to be February 19th. So I might as well go ahead and toast those national days too, because I need some more national days to toast. It is National Arabian Horse Day. Arabian horse. I like Arabian horses. I like horses. Arabian horses are beautiful, elegant, majestic horses, aren't they? They sure are. And really fine horses. Really fine breed of horses. And you know what? If my good friend Glenn the Geek were here, he could toast it right along with me, because Glenn the Geek, he is, he has the Horse Radio Network, HRN, the Horse Radio Network, and it's all about horses. And he is a horse lover. He raises horses, and he's been doing that for quite a while, and he has quite a following, a lot of people. His podcast, he started off with a podcast, and then it turned into a whole network of podcasts and videos and stuff. And Glenn's a great guy, by the way. He's a great guy, and I missed him at Podfest. We didn't get to go to Podfest this year. Tommy and I didn't, and so I didn't get to see him again at Podfest. I usually see him there every year, and missed him this time. But anyway, here's to you, Glenn, and here's to National Arabian Horse Day. I'll drink to that. Let's see. Tomorrow is also National Lash Day. I don't know, because I didn't look that one up either. And it's National Vet Girls Rise Day. National Vet Girls Rise Day. And, okay, we'll drink to both of those. Why not? And February 19th is National Chocolate Mint Day. Yes, it is National Chocolate Mint Day. I love chocolate mint, love anything with chocolate mint in it. Here's to National Chocolate Mint Day. I will drink to that. National Chocolate Mint Day. And in celebration of National Chocolate Mint Day, we're going to make a cocktail that involves chocolate and mint. That's what this is about. A cocktail with chocolate and mint. I think that'll do it for the national days. All right. By the way, this is what we're drinking tonight. The Loudenotte. This is the Loudenotte Pinot Noir 2021. And so far, I'm really liking this wine. Really nice wine. Okay, so we're going to make a cocktail. Have you ever heard of a grasshopper? Anybody know what a grasshopper is? Ryan, you know what a grasshopper is? Anybody knows who drinks who knows what a grasshopper is? You don't have to like it, but if you know what it is, I'm going to make one. I'm going to make one right here on the show tonight. I have all the ingredients to make a grasshopper with. Ed, you know what a grasshopper is. Ed says looking for the best shot glass photo. No, actually, I was looking for a family photo of sitting around. I think it was on Thanksgiving, and we're all drinking wine. And it's funny, now you got me looking for the photo again. It's a classic photo with my mom, my sister Gina, my brother Michael, and my dad, myself in it. And you know, I don't know whatever happened to that photo. I thought I had it queued up here somewhere, but let me see. I have so many photos here. No, that's not it. That's not it. See, now you got me on another track here, looking for the photos. Where is it? No, that's not it. That's not it. No, that's not it either. I may have removed that photo. I don't know if I did or not. I may not. I probably didn't remove it from the system, but I just kind of removed it from my queue. Anyway, maybe I can find it, but I don't want to spend the whole night looking for a photo. It's got to be here somewhere. See, now I'm on this trek to find this photo, and of course it's going to be anticlimactic, because once I find it, then people are going to say, okay, that was not a big deal. I don't know where it is. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to look for it now. Anyway, so getting back to the cocktail. Ed, you know what a grasshopper is, right? I was first introduced to a grasshopper back during our Disney days. We were working at Walt Disney World in Orlando. And I was about 19 or 20 at the time. I was about 20. And I think we were out one night after work. I think we went to I don't remember if it was the top of the Ark over there at Disney, or it was on top of what was at the time the Travelodge Hotel, or if we were at the Giraffe Lounge out there. And that was out at the Royal Plaza Hotel. And I had tried, I think someone said, you want to try a grasshopper? Someone else was drinking one. And I said, what is that? And then they said it was a grasshopper. And I said, well, I'd kind of like try what's in it. And they told me, and I thought, wow, that sounds pretty cool. I'll try one. So I tried one, and I really liked them. So I thought, oh, yeah, I gotta learn how to make these things. So, that's what I did. So we're going to make one tonight. If everybody's ready, we're going to make a grasshopper cocktail, and we're doing this in celebration of National Chocolate Mint Day. So now I'm going to take a wide shot on this, and let me close out the lower third here for a minute. All right, so we can see what we're doing. Okay, everybody ready? I'm winging this. I'm doing this live. Now, it's not like I've never done this. I have made a grasshopper before, but never before have I done it live on this show. In fact, I don't think we've ever made a cocktail live on the show. We're going to try it now tonight. But I think I have everything I need here. I have one of the things that a grasshopper has in this, and of course we have to have a glass. I do not have the proper glass. It usually takes in like a martini glass. I don't have one, so I'm going to use this. It is a genuine crystal glass. Great glass. I love crystal. So we've got that, the glass. It's got to hold it. And then we've got some creme de menthe. We have some creme de menthe liqueur. That gives it the mint flavor. Creme de menthe liqueur. I'm going to put a little pour in that. There we go. So we got the creme de menthe liqueur. We need some creme de cacao. I happen to have some right here. And right here, creme de cacao, de Kuipers. And I have a pour for that. There we go. Let's get that in there. All right. We're ready to go with the pours. It's starting to look like Rick's bar. It really is. All right, and I have, I've got a shaker here to shake it in and mix it all up in here, ready to go. I got this for free, by the way, in exchange for an honest review. I gave it an honest review. Let's get some water in it. Anyway, and the third thing we need is we need some cream. We need heavy cream. Now, I don't really have any well, I had some heavy cream downstairs, but there's a variation of this where you can actually use ice cream, and I happen to have some ice cream. Oh man, it's really stuck to the. Let's get all this off of here. This is great. Ice everywhere. Get rid of that. Okay. Ice. I'm not eating that. Forget it. It's going to be melting. All right, so we have some vanilla ice cream. That'll serve as our cream in this version. I have a little more wine, actually. And Ed already has a dad joke lined up for this. Ed says, a grasshopper hops into a bar. The bartender says, we have a drink named after you. The hopper says, yeah? You've got a drink named Fred? I didn't have my rim shot. Okay, I'm going to give you this. Let's see. Good one, Ed. You got me on that one. You did. Okay, so we've got everything in place. Let me check the chats one more time. Who else is in the chats? All right, on Twitch and kind of quiet. And seems you're ready for a grasshopper. And let's see, what else? What are we missing? Nothing else. I think we're all set. Well, I do need something to measure this with. Okay, so what goes into a grasshopper? It consists of 1 shot of creme de menthe, 1 part creme de menthe, I should say, and 1 part is equal to an ounce. Same thing as a shot, or a shot glass is actually 1.5 ounces. This is, I have here 30 milliliters or 1 ounce. That's going to go in here. That's the creme de menthe. And then we need 1 part or 1 ounce of the cream. You know, I don't have this on the long shot, do I? There we go. All right. Everybody see it now? Okay. 1 ounce of the cream de cacao. I know I wasn't paying attention there. All right. It's actually clear, but there's a little bit of the green still in the glass from that. So I'm going to put that in the shaker. And then we need 1 ounce. We need 1 part. Did it say 1 part? The recipe's on the back of this thing, actually. Yes, 1 part of cream. Now, in lieu of cream, which I opted to do tonight, which is actually getting pretty creamy right now, I have some vanilla ice cream, because you can do that. Actually, it's kind of a... You can't. There are a number of variations of the grasshopper that you can do. This is one variation that's popular because the grasshopper is often used as a dessert drink, dessert cocktail. So I'm going to put a little bit more in this. It's getting kind of melty, but there we go. 1 part. There's 1 part right there. Let's kind of just dump it in here like this. I could have just done with a spoon, but you know, we're live, and I like. You know, I'm making a mess as it is. Let's see. Clean this up a little bit. All right. Anyway. Oh, that's some good ice cream. Anyway, we've got all the ingredients in here. And then we put it together and we shake it up. Get this thing on real good. I don't want it flying all over the studio here. All right. We're going to shake it up a little bit. Get it all shook up. All shook up. Yeah, mama. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Get this off. We could just run it through the strainer, but there's really nothing to strain because I don't have it. Oh, let's put it through the strainer. What the heck? So we're going to pour it into the glass. There we go. 3 ounces of grasshopper fun. Okay. Now, one thing that you can do with the Grasshopper, and I did not bring a grater with me, but you can also add a little piece of chocolate to it. So let's add a little chocolate. You're supposed to grate it on there, but I didn't do that. I just drop it in there. What the heck? This is all sort of ad-libbed here. All right, so it's in there. And that is what you call a Grasshopper, such as it is. Let me get a close-up shot of this. There's a Grasshopper. 1 part cream de menthe, 1 part cream de cacao, and 1 part cream. The Grasshopper. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a taste, shall we? Oh, yeah, nice. Nice and minty, chocolatey mint. Oh, yeah, I like this. I could make another one of these. I like it. Grasshopper. These are really nice drinks if you've never had one. And by the way, if you want to clip it, if you want to clip the recipe for this, feel free to do so. It's fine. I don't own the recipe. It's been around since, I think the history of the Grasshopper began 1918, if I remember correctly. There was a gentleman who, I can't remember his name right offhand, but he was, I think he had a bar, and he was in a contest, a competition, a drink making competition, bartending competition, I guess, and they were supposed to come up with all these original drinks, and he just kind of put this one together, I guess more or less on the fly, and it won second place. And it was so popular that he brought it back to his bar and started making them up. And for a long time, the Grasshopper was exclusively available at his establishment. I think, I'm not absolutely sure, but I think his bar was in New Orleans. And it spread. It spread. So over the years, over the decades, it became rather popular with people, and it is a popular dessert drink still today. Grasshopper. I like that. Very cool. You know what? We're going to toast a birthday. I mentioned that before. We're going to toast a birthday. Birthday for a very special person. Before I do that, let me get to the chats here. And it's a good joke, Ed. Then we're going to show a film shortly. We're probably going to end it a little bit on the early side tonight. I'd like to do. We might have an after show if we got enough people in to do the after show, but if not, we'll probably close it up early for tonight. I got a big. Don't forget, we've got our big episode 200 show coming in March, and I've got a really big event planned for everybody. I'm doing a lot of giveaways and things like that. So please stick around for that. In the meantime, if you want to keep apprised of the notifications for when we're going to be streaming that show, just feel free to subscribe, or like or whatever, follow on all the venues that you're on. The Twitch, follow me there. YouTube, you can subscribe there, and that sort of thing. That'll get you the notifications so you don't forget about the 200th episode, because it is going to be big, and we're going to have some giveaways. We're going to do some fun things, and a couple of things that I don't think I've ever tried before on this show. So be there for that. And let's see, the birthday. Okay, so I want to give a special birthday toast to CM Cinder, because it was her birthday on the 13th. It was this past, I didn't miss it, but we did not celebrate on the show last week, so that was this past Monday. So it was her birthday, and I want to say to CM Cinder, happy birthday with the Grasshopper. I'm toasting it with the Grasshopper. Now you have many, many, many more. CM Cinder, you know what? Oh man, I shouldn't mix these things, right? Oh boy, I can get in trouble for that. This wine is really good because you are the strawberry girl here. Here's a toast to you. Happy, happy birthday. And may you have many, 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 many more. Happy birthday, CM Center. Wow, that was a little interesting. The mix of, even though I did clear the palate here, that was an interesting mix. The wine and the cocktail. Ryan, I'm going to be feeling that in the morning. My stomach probably will. You start, when you start mixing these drinks up like that, it's doesn't always end too well, does it? All right, so yeah, I've got to be very careful about that. All right, so having said that, and let me put the rest of this away so it doesn't melt on me, in case we want to make another grasshopper, and you know what? I think I might, because this is a pretty good one. All right, so I promised a short film. Now, this one is not as spectacular as some of the films we've shown in the past. If you know, like last week when I showed, a couple weeks back, we showed Starchy and Crutch, and we've shown a few other films that people really enjoyed. We showed News at 6 on the after show, I think a couple weeks before, prior, and tonight I have a different film. This is one, oh sorry, I still have this going, don't I? Ed, I don't think you've ever seen this one. This one has never been seen on the internet before. It's going to be the first time, a premiere, if you will. And this is a short film. It was just kind of something that we made. We were actually, this was back in around 1985, 1986. We shot it on Super 8. And this was a film that I made with my buddies Jim Chamberlain and Perry Sumner. And Perry and I were roommates at the time. I was running a room in his house at the time, and Perry was a photographer in those days too, and we used to use his photography studio to shoot some of our films, or one film in particular that I'm hoping to show here sometime soon. Our first and only feature film, actually, called Space Apes from Mice Planet Alpha. I'm still in the process of getting that prepped up to go. Hopefully I'll be showing that soon. In the meantime, we shot a lot of other short films in that day, one of which, of course, was the sequel to the Analyst, which was The Traveling Guy, and a few other films like that. This one was a little more off the cuff, and we were actually shooting at the same night we were shooting another short film. It was a joke film, and I don't have that one ready to show yet, but hopefully I will soon, and it's pretty funny. I think you'll like it. This one, though, is we had some extra film handy, we had some extra time, we had the evening, so we said, why don't we try shooting a film where we're reviewing a product. Now, this is in the days, the days long before there was YouTube and long before there was anything such as an unboxing video, okay? And we decided to review a product that I had purchased, and we thought, let's make a little short film about that and just kind of critique it ourselves. So that's what we did, and what the result of this film was, or the result of the critique was the Instant BBQ Grill. So that's what we're going to show tonight. Let me check the chats one more time before we get started and make sure. All right. We're good there. All right. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and play this film, the Instant BBQ Grill. Whoops.
Okay, we're here with the new product of the week. What do we have here? Huh? Oh, our refers to the easily foil instant light disposable BBQ Grill. Okay, it says complete with real hard wood charcoal. At first, this is compared to the old softwood charcoal kind. Well, yeah, this is the new improved charcoal. Oops. Well, now we've destroyed the instructions and we don't know how to use the thing. I guess we'll just have to ad lib. You got a mat? Okay, doesn't come with matches though, does it? No, guess not. Okay, let's see how this thing lights there. Oops. Aren't you supposed to put it like on the wood down in there?
Well, I said it.
Okay, there we go. Oh. Well, that thing lights real fast. Oh, at least the matches do. There it goes. Now it's on that hard wood. You can even roast marshmallows over this thing. Get it nice and warm there. Make sure it's on here.
I don't want to burn it.
Oh, sure, go ahead, burn it. Burning marshmallows is half the fun of being out here. You gotta let the flame reach a couple of feet in the air. Okay. No, you only burn half of it. That's good then. Now those little slots on the side there, what is their purpose?
These are what you call heat vents. These control the heat coming out the side of the barbecue grill. And the way you can control that is with your fingers. Actually, you're not supposed to use a finger, but most everybody never pays attention to the instructions, and they do it anyway.
I've known people like that.
Now, this is an example of how useful the barbecue grill is. Leave it rolling because it'll start moving. Hey, sir! Hey!
Now, does the sparkler, what does that do, Diapers?
It blows up!
Okay, I'll believe you this time.
It's being too late. Went out again. La 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 la. And voila! Steak a la Instant BBQ Grill.
And that is the Instant BBQ Grill. So anyway, stuff we used to do when we were bored, I guess. Anyway, you're welcome to critique that. That's fine. It's all right. 1986. That was a long time ago. I don't care anymore. CM Center says most people don't pay attention to the instructions and do it anyway. She's quoting from the film. This is true. It is true of a lot of different things. Photo Ray is in the chat. Photo Ray says hello all, and hello right back at you, Photo Ray. It's great to see you, by the way. I hope you didn't miss the film. We just showed the film. I tell you what, if you want, we can stick around for an after show, and if you missed it, I can show it again. That's okay. We'll have a little bit of an after show, not too much. By the way, Photo Ray, since you're in the chat, I did receive an email from Photo Ray during the week. Can I read it? It's okay if I read this and share it with everybody. It's a story. He says a story of my life. Haha. He says yes. Okay, yes. Okay, great. Photo Ray. I'm going to read this real quick. This was an email I received from Photo Ray this week, and Now, what he's referring to is last week's show. Was it last week's show that I mentioned it? Yeah, I think it was. It was last week's show. He says, didn't know if you remembered the YouTube issue about saying the word COVID. If you're not worried about monetization, it doesn't matter. But if you are, saying the word will get you marked. We talked about it on New Year's with Mike. And he says, keep up the good work. That's from Photo Ray. Photo Ray, thanks a lot. I really appreciate the kudos, and I'll do my best. To answer your question, though, no, we're not monetized on YouTube, so I'm not quite so worried about it. But I do want to make a mention. I'm glad you brought it up because I do want to make a mention of this. And as a lot of you know, I've been having a little bit of trouble with Facebook because there's a certain bot on there that's been hitting a lot of streamers' videos, and including mine, and hitting them and blocking them, claiming that they own the rights to whatever music. And in some cases, some of the other streamers, some of the other or Facebook video people, they're not even streaming music. They're just getting flagged by this bot. And I get hit every week with this thing, and it's been driving me crazy because what happens is it blocks the video as soon as this thing is done. The stream is done. It blocks the video so no one else can see it. I have to go in and dispute it. I have to file a dispute, and it takes 7 days for the dispute to be lifted. And of course, at the end, because I dispute it, I put in my license for whatever music I have and that sort of thing. After 7 days, they come in and they lift it and remove it and say, yeah, it's true, you're cleared and everything's fine. But it's for that 7 days that nobody can really watch my video, which kind of hurts because some of that is timely stuff, especially when we get to the national days and things like that. So a lot of other streamers have been having issues with this. So that's on Facebook. Now we get to YouTube. Now, I did mention that YouTube, I don't really have an issue with YouTube, but that's mainly because I'm not monetized on YouTube. I'm not monetized on Facebook either, but Facebook doesn't care. I've even tried to contact Facebook on a couple occasions to get this resolved. This is their response. This is Facebook's response. That's Facebook's response. They don't care. So YouTube is a little different animal, a little different story. But YouTube, and yes, I do remember this was talked about at the New Year's on Mike Smith's New Year's thing, the Mike Tech Show. He did a New Year's thing that I was present for, and it was discussed at the time. But apparently there are a lot of YouTube. Supposedly there is some sort of rule on YouTube that says you can't mention the word COVID. You mention the word COVID. Notice I'm mentioning it. You mention the word COVID, and YouTube will flag it automatically, assuming that you're spreading misinformation about COVID. Now, you could be talking about the fact that, which is a fact, not misinformation, but a fact that, hey, I had COVID, or my wife and I had COVID, but we're better now. We've recovered. We had an issue with that for a couple of weeks, but we're better now. We're all good. You could say that, and apparently YouTube will flag you for that, saying that that's you can't say the word. So apparently COVID is a bad word. Now you can say all the 4-letter words you want. You can say all kinds of nasty stuff on YouTube about that are inappropriate for cursing, but you can't say COVID. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been hit with it, and that's because I'm not monetized on YouTube. But I do want to point that out. That just for the record, That's stupid. It's just plain stupid. The whole idea is just stupid. That's my opinion, but PhotoRay says, yup, it's really confusing and stupid. It's absolutely stupid. Now, here's the thing. This week, the CEO of YouTube, as I understand it, I've heard the news that the CEO of YouTube is stepping down and she's going to be moving on to do other things. And at the very top of this news, there was apparently a momentary sigh of relief from a lot of YouTubers, and saying that, well, now she's leaving, maybe we'll have a little respite from all of this, from all of the, I don't want to say totalitarian, but it is control over content. But really, that's not really the fact, because the person who's going to be taking over for her is her right-hand man, so to speak, her second in command. And from what I understand, he's right there in line with what she's been doing. So I don't think there's going to be any change in that. Just in my personal opinion, I don't think you're going to see any change in this. But that's just my personal opinion. Now, I'm not really going into, I do say, yes, we don't talk about politics and religion on the show. This is not going into political territory or religious territory. This is something completely different. This is something that's not in either territory. This is just something that's just bizarre. It has, I think it has everything a bit to do with just, I don't know what's going on. YouTube, to be honest, but it's affecting a lot of YouTubers. It's affecting a lot of people that are making content. People on YouTube are having a tougher and tougher time trying to create content and monetize it, and I don't know where that's going, really. I really don't know where it's got to come to a head at some point, but I don't know where it's going. In any case, no, I don't monetize on Twitter. I don't monetize there either. But I don't monetize on YouTube right now because I don't monetize anywhere, actually, here with this show. First of all, on YouTube, I don't have that large enough a following where I can do monetization. But even so, this is, and I've had this discussion so many times here on the show, I don't want to harp on it too much, but this show is not about monetizing or trying to make money on. The show is really is something I do as a labor of love. Now, sure, would I like to monetize at some point? Well, sure, who wouldn't? I mean, why not? But that's not my that's not my aim here. That's not my goal. My goal is to do something a little bit more personal than anything else. My goal is to sit down on a Saturday night and have a good time, meet with old friends, make new friends, and just get together with everybody and just have a good time. Enjoy each other's company, entertain people, and be entertained. Because I tell you what, when you're in the chat with me, let's step back for a second here. When I'm doing the show, and I look forward to doing this every week, my wife will tell you, my son, my daughter will tell you, I look forward to doing the show every week. And it's not really so much about drinking wine. Yeah, sure, I get to drink a wine tonight. I made a cocktail. Next week I'll probably do something really different. I don't know. But this is just a little part of something that I do to get things going. It's a topic to start with. Everything else that I do on the show is mostly about just getting together, entertaining people, and being entertained. seriously, I'm here to entertain you, but I want to be entertained as well. And this is the most entertaining thing I think I've ever done, or at least the most entertaining thing I've done in a long, long time. And I'm having a great time doing it. And I'm having a great time doing it because you're here and you're with me. And you're entertaining me too. You're in the chats. We're talking. We get in. We do our dad jokes. We do our chats. We do our, you're asking me questions. I'm asking you questions. We're learning about each other. We're doing things. We're just having a good time. That's what it's about. It's like Rick's bar. Here's the bar. Everybody, like going to Cheers. Everybody knows your name. Everybody just sit down and have a good time. That's all this is about. And, if I can make some money down the road, fine. But that's not my sole or primary goal here. Now, yes, I do. Do I want to grow my audience? Sure. Who doesn't want to grow their audience? But I don't put, if I put that much emphasis on just growing my audience, I would be from the start to the finish saying, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, like this, like that. And I do mention those things, but I tell you right off the bat that there's no obligation to do that. You do it if you want to. It's fine. And if you do it, it's great, and I love you for it, and I really, really appreciate it. But there's no pressure for any of that. Sure, I'd like to grow the audience, but the reason I want to grow the audience is so I can make more friends, and so that people can get in and we can get it into this and just have an even better. The more the merrier. You know what I'm saying? The more the merrier. That's what this is about. So if I do get to the point where I start monetizing, and if I do get to the point where I'm starting to do that, you're going to be the first to know. And you know what? When I get to the point where I'm monetizing, the prices go up because I have more money to put into it. And the quality of the show will go up because I'll have more to invest in doing the show. Be able to put it back in the show. But no, everything that I do right here comes pretty much from my own pocket. And from those who are generous and tip me, buy me a coffee and things like that, who tip me for it to help offset some of the costs. And that's great, and I am so appreciative of that for all of you who have done that and continue to do that. I am very much appreciative of all of that. But once again, that's not my primary goal. My primary goal is just to be here with you, us together, and just having a great time. Yeah. Photo Race says, let's see. Oh, well, let me go back up here just a minute because I missed a little bit on the chat. CM Center says, heading off, getting tired. Night and good night, CM Center. It's great to have you here. Once again, thank you very much and happy birthday. Once again, belated birthday, that is. And thank you for everything you did. By the way, for those who came in late and didn't see this, she made this for me on camera 3. That plate. She also made the wine. She also made this wine glass with the juice in it. It's supposed to be the wine, but she made the plate, and it says "Wine brings people together," and that's now the new official plate, the official pairing plate. We're going to call that the new official pairing plate of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. And once again, CM Cinder, thank you very, very much for that. I do appreciate it very much. And you have a great night, by the way. And Photo Ray says, social media as a whole is getting more and more about conflict. I don't know what the answer is. Any subject can be turned into an argument now. Maybe we need more wine. This show is a nice change of pace. Well, thank you, Photo Ray. Appreciate it. And your presence here makes it so. It does. And you are correct. It seems like we're becoming more and more polarized. And once again, that's what I'm trying to do on the show is just, I wish I could start a movement if I could. but what I'm trying to do on the show is just let's leave all that stuff aside for a while. Just get together, get to know each other, and find the commonality. the common good in all of us, because there is some common good in us all. And let's see, well, let me go to Facebook. And Ed says, I don't think I've ever seen this one. Now I have. I'm glad you have. What did you think of it, Ed? I know it. What did you think of that one? Ed has been involved in a number of our projects in the past too. And Ed, I don't think you've ever seen. No, you have not seen Space Apes from Ice Planet Alpha, but you're in for a treat. When I get this thing done, I want to get this thing done here so I can show it to you. I'm really looking forward to showing it to you and those who way back in the day who have not seen this. It is our swan song to Super 8, and it's. I don't want to give away any of it, but there's a great. The whole film leads up to one big punchline at the end of the film, and I think you'll really enjoy it. I know you'll appreciate it. So I'm going to try to get that done soon. And then in the meantime, I've got some other films to show too, such as, let's see, The Confession. That's another one that we did. You've never seen that one. That was another one, a short. And the, let's see, a few others. I'm trying to find, and I know, I'm pretty sure I had it here somewhere, but I'm trying to find The Legend of Billy Jackknife. And I haven't been able to locate that film, otherwise you get it transferred. But I have not been able to get it. Yeah, it's kind of a parody on, well, not really parody, but it's a the title is a play on Billy Jack. Yes, The Legend of Billy Jackknife. I don't know. I'll see if I can find that somewhere. We have a whole bunch of these old films. And one of these days I'll see if I can get that transferred if I can find it. I have some other ones. The Prudis Colony one, which was supposed to be a segment of News at 11. I have that transfer. I just have to sort of assemble it back together because it's kind of in pieces. And let's see, there were a few others in there that Eardrum Operation, excuse me. Eardrum Operation is another one that I think you'll enjoy. I think you'll really like that one. So I'm working on some of these others. One of these days I'll have them all ready to go. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so I think that does it for most of what I had here. But yes, there is a book giveaway. I hope there is a book giveaway if we have folks here that are still. And by the way, I did forget to mention that I was going to say, if you don't have a pair of these already, you can get a pair of these. Let me see if I can put it over here next to the plate. You can get a pair of these for free. The official Drink with Rick coasters. Okay, these are the official coasters of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. You can get a pair of these for free, and the way you do it, if I can pull up the information on camera 3. It's while supplies last. I have a few more of these. You've got a limit of 2 per person. You can get a pair of them. Continental U.S. only. You need to be in the continental U.S. I can't ship these things outside the U.S. right now. It's just a limitation of this. Continental U.S. Only. So what you want to do is you want to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, and you want to send it to Savoya Media Coaster Offer, 6420 Ray Road, Suite A1, number 209, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28277. Once again, that's Savoya Media Coaster Offer, 6420 Ray Road, that's REA Road, Suite A1, number 209, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28277. You do that, and I will send you a pair of Drink with Rick coasters, the official Drink with Rick coasters on the Saturday Night Winestream, free. Okay. One more thing I want to mention too is that the book. I want to do a book giveaway, and let me see if we still have folks in. By the way, for those who and I think they're mostly on YouTube, Yatagami. If you're watching now or later, Yatagami Sama, and let's see, there was someone else from last week, El Mott, I think. you need. I've got each of you a book reserved to send out to you, but you need to send me your valid shipping address. I need to get a valid shipping address to you, and you can send it to me at rick@savoyamedia.com. rick@savoyamedia.com. Just email me that valid shipping address, and I'll get the book out to you as soon as possible. I'm waiting because I've got those two reserved for you. So if you're watching now or watching later or listening later, please, you won the books. I think Yatagami won it the week before, and Mott I think his name was, won it last week. So I want to give away another one tonight. I'd like to. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is the official Drink with Rick wine tasting notebook. The official Drink with Rick wine tasting notebook. And it's 100 pages, over 100 pages of wine tasting fun. And, yeah, I know. I'm overselling this, aren't I? Okay. There's the book. Let me put it up here on the... back camera 3. Whoops, that's take that down for a minute. Yeah, that's what happens when you do everything live. Okay, so that's the official Drink with Rick wine tasting notebook. And you can use it to follow along if you want to, as I do wine reviews. You can follow along and copy the notes down in each page, and that's why there are 50 of these wine tasting entries. There are 50 entries in the book. They look like this. 50 entries, and also some wine tasting tips and some other fun stuff there that you can read. You can do that, but the best thing that you can do, and that's really what this book is designed to do, is to do your own wine tastings. Go out and taste your wines and put your notes in this book, and it comes in handy because you never know when you're going to need to reference that book. Let's say, for instance, if you go to a party and you're looking for a wine to take to the party. I know, Ryan, you don't like wine, but too much, but anyone else that you go to a party, you can do it with whiskeys. You can turn it into a whiskey tasting book if you want. Oh, there's an idea. There's a follow-up one I can do. But see where it says this book belongs to you. Put your name in there. The volume it is. You can buy 2 or 3 of these things, and you can collect them and put all your notes in there. And let's say, for instance, that you're going to a party and you're looking for a nice wine to bring someone, and you remember you had one a couple of months back, but you couldn't remember what it was called. You couldn't remember much about it, so you can go reference it in this book and say, "Oh yeah, it was this and such a wine, and this is and you can go buy a bottle and take it to your party." Now, there are a lot of things you can do with this book, and it's fun. Let's face it, it's just fun. So I like to give away one of these in the chat tonight. So who am I going to give it away to? Ryan, you don't like wine, but you might like a free book. And Sam, you're still there. Whether you like wine or not, you can always use a free book, right? Yeah. Photo Ray says recipe notes work too. Yeah, that's true. Recipe notes. We've got a recipe book coming too. That's another good idea. Thank you, Photo Ray. That's another good idea for a book. Let's see. Let me check the other chats here. And all right, I tell you what, Sam, if you're still in the chat on YouTube, I'd like to send you one of these. If you would like to have one, I'd like to send you one. If you like to have one, once again, send your a valid shipping address. It can be a P.O. box because I usually send these out through USPS, through the Postal Service, so they'll go to a post office box. So if you're concerned about giving out your address and anything like that, just use a post office box, a valid one, and just send it to rick@savoyamedia.com with your name and a valid shipping address, and I'll just send that right out to you. Just do that, and there you go. And Sam, if you're in the chat, you can go ahead and do that. You know what, Ryan? I'm in a very giving mood. So I tell you what, same thing with you. If you don't have one already, also send me your valid shipping address, and I'll send you one as well. How about that? Both of you guys get one. Okay, is that cool? Anyway, so I think that does it for the show tonight. Well, we did a lot of stuff tonight, and I made a mess is mostly what I made tonight. I'd like to make another one of these grasshoppers, but I think that thing's kind of melted down there. Probably still okay. Anyway, wow, I had a great time tonight. Wow, we toasted National Drink Wine Day, and I will toast it again. Here's to National Drink Wine Day. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta have the wine, don't I? There we go. Here's to National Drink Wine Day once again. Great stuff. And you know what? I want to toast you, all of you who are in the chat tonight. Well, sit around, watch the films, watch the shows, whatever. Thank you for being here with me tonight. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Here is to you. Thank you. All right, so yeah, I'll do it. The last final bit here for tonight is the final review of the wine. So the final review of the wine. I like this wine. This is what we're drinking, okay? Let me show you what we're drinking. This is a winner, I think. In fact, I'm going to give this one a hole in one.
Oh, there you go. Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Yep. I really like this wine. I was not expecting to like it as much as I do. I do like a good Pinot Noir, but I think I like this one more than I like it more than I expected to be honest. It was a very pleasant surprise. So, this is what we're drinking, the Loudenotte Pinot Noirs 2021. This is a wine from France, and it is a very nice wine. I really enjoy this. It's Trader Joe's, available exclusively, I'm told, from Trader Joe's. They said $6.99. At Total Wine Snob said it was $6.99. Vivino said it was $6 or $7.90. I paid $7.99. So I paid the premium for it, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. In fact, I think this is probably a $15 bottle of wine. Don't tell Trader Joe's that, please. Don't tell them that. I'll go out and buy a couple more bottles at $7.99. And that works for me. Don't tell anybody at Trader Joe's I said this was a $15 bottle of wine. But it is. I like this wine. I really do like it. Strawberry, mostly strawberry for me, and a little bit of cherry. A little bit of not really oakiness, more like earthiness to this wine. It has a hint of vanilla in it too. I really do like this wine. Very good. A little bit. I don't know if it's this thing that I was drinking or this, but it's a little minty now too. Yeah, it's actually just a little hint of mint in this wine. And I know I've had more of this wine. I've cleared the palate a couple of times, so I don't think it's the cream de menthe in this cocktail doing that. I think there's a little bit of mint, little hint of mint in this wine. Very, very good. I recommend it. Nice wine. So that's my final review. Okay, so let me check the chats one more time before we go. And let's see. I think we're good here. Beast on Gaming's in the chat. Wow. Beast on Gaming, it is an honor to see you here. Thank you. A good friend, Beast on Gaming. It's been way too long. Sorry, he says, Beast on Gaming says, sorry, I only made the end, but have a good weekend, Rick. You too. Hey, stick around because there's going to be a short we're going to have a little bit of an after show. And I tell you what, if you missed the end, I have another film. I had a film that we showed tonight. I'll show it again in the after show. How about that? If anybody wants to stick around, I'll show this film, the film that I showed earlier during the show tonight. It's a short film. It's only a few minutes long. I'll show it again in the after show. How about that? If you can stick around, can you do that, Beast on Gaming? By the way, it is really good to see you here. It's been too long, my friend. Thank you for being here tonight. Beast on Gaming, wait a minute. Beast on Gaming, you still there? You still with me? It's the show. We can drag it on. Okay, Beast on Gaming. I know you don't have one of these yet, right? Do you have one of these yet? Do you have the official Drink with Rick wine tasting notebook? Do you have one of these? If you do, if you don't, let me know. If you don't have one of these, and you know what? Now this, normally I only ship to the U.S. for these, but for you, wherever you are, I'll send you one. Okay, at my expense. Okay, can you do that? If you send me a valid shipping address, once again, at rick@savoymedia.com, send me a valid shipping address, and I will send you a copy of the official Drink with Rick wine tasting notebook. Does that sound good? I think you'll like this. Okay, it's been a while. I'm in the mood. Beast on Gaming says, there's a chance you may have me mixed up with someone else. You offered me one recently, but I'm not of age. Oh, you're right. I may have done that. You're right. No, I don't think so. But oops, you're not of age. Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do, though. Let me see what else I have here. I have a joke book around here somewhere if I can find it. I can't find it. Okay. Photo Ray says, I remember that now. Yeah, upset. Yeah, you're right, Beast on Gaming. My apologies on that. My apologies. I don't want to push something on you that you're not of age on. But how about a joke book, a dad joke book? I think I got one of these around here somewhere. I'm going to go find it. Beast on Gaming says, I've still got the joke book and coaster from a few years back. Yeah, but I've had another joke book since then. Let me see if I can find it. I don't think I can find it. The 365 Days of Joke, is that the one that you have? Or is it the other dad joke book? Is it the other dad joke book or the 365 Days of Jokes? If you don't have the 365 day one, I can send you that one. I don't remember which one I sent you, to be honest. You have the 500 plus one with the mustache on the front. Okay, that's the first one. Let me see. I think I still have the other joke book there, but I can send you that one if you want. As a consolation there, because if you're not of age, I can't send you this, but I can send you the other dad joke book if you want to do that. You're good with that one? I got another dad joke book I can send you if you're up for it. Anyway, if you are up for it, just go ahead and send it to rick@savoymedia.com and I'll get you that dad joke book. Okay. Just want to make sure that. My apologies on that. I get a little discombobulated sometimes. I get everybody in the chat and stuff. He said, you don't have to send me anything, but I appreciate the offer. Well, I mean, it's up to you if you don't want it, but I'm more than willing to send it to you. I really appreciate you being here anyway. And I like to give away stuff. Anyway, thanks a lot. But stick around, and we'll show some of the films. And these are all family-friendly films. Okay? So it's all good. All right, so anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here with me tonight in the chat. I want to thank, first of all, Beast on Gaming for being here. And Photo Ray, thank you for being here in the chat tonight. CM Cinder as well. And everyone who is joining on and watching, everybody watching on Twitch who did not jump into the chat, but it's okay. No pressure there. You don't have to, but if you do, hey, I'm glad you're here. Beast on Gaming says, I suppose you could send one, but I'm a bit weird about personal info, so you might have to send it to Beast on Gaming or an alias or something. All right, well, that's okay. If you want to do it that way, we can do it that way. That's fine. No. Once again, no pressure, and I certainly understand. I certainly understand that. So don't worry about it. It's your call. It's your call. But whatever you want to do there. Okay. All right, and I want to thank also Ryan and Sam Tsui for joining me on YouTube. Thank you for being here tonight with me. And my good friend Ed, thank you for being here on Facebook. And everybody else who is watching on Facebook but did not chime into the chat, thank you for being here. And the same for those on Odyssey, watching on Odyssey. And Twitter, folks watching me on Twitter but did not tweet me. It's okay. Don't worry. But I appreciate you being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, as I said before. Next week, it's going to be episode 197. I've got more entertainment in the works. So hope you'll join me for that show. And a different wine to open a review. And some more dad jokes. In the meantime, there is only one more celebrity I want to bring out tonight, and it is none other than Roadkill Bill. Yes, Roadkill Bill, and you get applause. Of course you do, Bill. Bill gets applause. Bill, I forgot to mention that plate. I got to show this plate again to everyone. When my daughter Tia made this plate, and it says, wine brings people together. And it does. But there's something else. There's another little detail about this plate that I failed to mention at the beginning. There are two. Let's move this out of the way for a little bit. You see that right there? And on the other side? Okay. She included drawings of paintings of Roadkill Bill. This is Roadkill Bill right here. An illustration, yes, it's an illustrative version of you, Roadkill Bill. And on the other side, this is a raccoon. This is Bob the Raccoon, who I've mentioned on numerous occasions on the show. Bob the Raccoon. He's also known as Backyard Bob because he lives in our backyard and I'm constantly feeding him stuff. Man, we need to get a dog. I'm adopting a raccoon in the backyard. I'm feeding him stuff, and last night it was kind of sad because the other night I opened the door and he's sitting there eating. I'm tossing all this bread for him, and he's eating the moldy bread that I get. He's not eating the fresh stuff. He's eating the moldy stuff that I set out, and he looks up. I open the door and he looks up at me and he's just staring at me holding this bread in two hands. And I'm like, hey, Bob, how you doing? How's it going, Bob? And he's just kind of staring at me and chomping on his bread and just looking at me. Anyway, yeah, we need to get a dog. Anyway, in the meantime, I do have Bill, such as he is. But Roadkill Bill is our official mascot of Drink with Rick on the Saturday Night Winestream. And he's an official mascot because he has a very important message. The message is, please do not drink and drive. Drink in the comfort of your home, your office, your hotel room, your dwelling, wherever it is. Do not drink and drive. If you have to go somewhere, call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a cab, call a friend. Call somebody to come pick you up. Somebody you trust and someone else who has not been drinking. Otherwise, just stay where you are. Okay? Just stay put. It's not worth it. And you would be not be putting yourself in danger or the lives of anyone else around you in danger. Right, Bill? That's right. Because I want you to have a great week. I want to have a great week moving forward. But most of all, I want you to have a safe week. So you can join me here again next week on the Saturday Night Wine Stream, and we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.